It's a well-known fact when we're talking about anything that's automotive. The Japanese make the most reliable machines, the Germans the most engineered, the Americans brash, the Brits with a lot of tradition, and the Italians, they make machines that really tug at your heartstrings. So what do we have today? This is the Aprilia Shiver 750. Now the question is this machine going to be tugging at your heartstrings, or is it going to make you think, I should have bought a Ducati? Let's go for a test ride. Righty then, so we're riding this beast over here. I was kidding earlier about the whole Ducati comparison thingy. This is not that kind of a review. We're not trying to find which bike is better, but this is really a review on trying to see if this Aprilia Shiver 750 is really all that worth it for the money that you're going to spend on it. There are several things that you have to take note. First things first is the size, and why am I bringing the size up is because the size to me in this bike equates to presence. This is of course a 750cc. It is a twin 4-stroke engine and it pushes out about 95 bhp. 95 bhp, man, that's a lot more compared to even some of our cars. So this bike is truly a rapid bike. It has a top speed of well over 200 kilometers an hour. Not that you really want to attack 200 kilometers an hour on this bike. The delivery of the power is so precise, and so it can be abrupt, it can be linear depending on the mapping that you chose. You have 3 riding modes to choose from. The first is touring, which is the standard option, which is what I am on right now. And then you have rain, where everything is slightly dampened down a little bit, and that's to make maneuvering in the wet weather slightly easier. And of course, the third one is sport, where everything is just twice as sharp and twice as quick. And everything is changeable on the go, which I think is really easy and really convenient. All you need to do is press the start button and you flick through the menu and you're gonna get at it. This bike also comes with the slightly racier wavy discs, double up front and single out back, and that means go is quick and stop is equally quick as well. The nimbleness of the bike of course is added by the fact that this bike has a very clever construction. It's lightweight, at the same time it's rigid, it's got aluminium construction, and it just makes this bike all the easier to ride. Alright, so one thing that you definitely have to note if you're a beginner is you might want to go easy on the throttle if you are either on touring or on racing mode, sports mode really, simply because the throttle response can be quite something, and if you are caught unawares, well, technically you just basically do not want to be caught unawares. It just whoops your way, and you know, if you're a seasoned rider, that's all good, but if you're not, you might want to be careful with it, because check this out, yeah. Told you, it is explosive. It really just comes at you. And like I said, if you're a beginner, whilst the price this bike is coming at makes it very attractive for beginners, but you've got to match it with your capability lah. Coming back to the size, when you are maneuvering slow speeds, the bike is a little bit more cumbersome as compared to its competitors. Coming off from that ride just now, one thing definitely needs to be said first and foremost, and I think the Aprilia Malaysia guys are not going to be very happy with me for saying this, but I just gotta say it. I was stuck in traffic and I had a camera truck in front of me, so we were not going very fast. And one thing was for sure, my bottom was baking. You see, because the exhaust is right there and it's underneath the seat. Even the seat, even till now, it's still hot to the touch. You really feel the heat being transferred from the exhaust up to your derriere, and that's not a very pleasant thing. When you're up to speed, it's perfectly alright, no problem at all. It's just when you're riding slow, that's when the problem starts to kick in a little bit. Now, let's talk a little bit about the construction of the bike. I did mention some points about it earlier. Now let's go into detail. You see this bike, when I say it has clever construction, it does, because this frame is a steel and cast aluminium mix, so it really does give the bike rigidity, and also the steel itself is very hard, so it actually gives the bike a sense of stableness and rigidity when you're riding it. So essentially, what do you get with the Aprilia Shiver 750? What you definitely get is a good quality Italian bike. Is it easiest to ride? Maybe not when you're looking at it compared to all the other stuff that's available in the market right now. But is it an appealing proposition? Yes, indeed it is. Why? Because not only is it Italian, it's red, it's thoroughbred, and well, you know that people are going to talk about it because you're turning up at a party in an Italian bike. This is the Aprilia Shiver 750, and I'm gonna go for another ride. Ciao! Alright then, that's all guys, thanks for tuning in. Next week, a small Audi with big potential. Don't forget to tweet me at Dino_Omar or check out our Instagram at DinoFuel. Laters!